Why, hello, and welcome to. Can't believe it's gonna be the 18th, or no, it's the 19th episode. Almost to 20 episodes. I cannot believe I've gotten almost here with just you guys. I mean, I can. Y'all have been. The crowd has been growing slowly but surely. The more I talk about it, the more it gets out. So yes. Um. Oh yeah. The first chances with Chance. Welcome back to another episode. I just woke up like not long ago. Just threw on a hoodie that you guys already have come to know and see. Um, Today's episode's going to be about the first times the times that I've been on stage. That's right, I've been on stage, guys. I've been an actor. Not on Broadway, I wish. That would be awesome. That's another goal of mine is to be on Broadway, to be on the big screen. Um so I mean you guys can make it happen, but yeah, I was just moving my coaster around. Let's just actually move it to my thigh or in my hand. The mic. Oh my god, I'm just like talking about nonsensical stuff. But whatever. Again, well, as I was trying to say, I love you guys. Um, but I'm definitely waiting for you guys to send in some stories. Um, just like text 561-320-7085. No, it's not my personal number. It is the podcast number, which I have had going since the beginning of the podcast. I usually say this stuff at the end of the podcast, but maybe it will get you guys to actually comment because, yeah, I'm trying to get podcast episode, a whole podcast episode, of just your guys' stories, maybe even the YouTube listeners' stories. I'd love to do like a whole episode about that. So like, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, just comment down below. Um, I will say that all of this again at the end of the episode, so stay tuned and keep on watching or listening. I love it when you guys listen. Every now and then I'll see the listens or downloads drop. You can see Buttercup's nose in the corner. Love you, Buttercup. They love you. They love you. Everybody loves you. Um, but yeah, eventually I will do a pets episode, which will be really sad because trying to relive the last one, the last dog, not so fun. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the times that I've been on stage. So the first time that I was ever on stage would have had to be the time with an elementary school when we had a um, music production. Like we were doing a thing. Like we had our flutes. Is that even how you pronounce them? Or is it the accordion that it had some like weird specific name to it. I'm not quite sure remember what it was called. Recorder. I don't know. Something along those lines. But we also did I was using the maracas, so that had to be like fourth grade, I want to say. The recorders, or whatever they were. If you guys know what they are and have a story for it, comment down below. Or if you guys even know what I'm talking about, comment down below. Because that'll be a comment for you guys. Maybe I'll decide to look it up later in the episode, but more than likely not. Fifth grade was the flute thing, whatever, recorder, whatever. Oh my god. Like, this is gonna kill me for the rest of the episode. But yeah, we did drums and maracas, I want to say fourth grade, because I know that the flutes were definitely fifth grade. I'm just gonna call them flutes. I know that they were in the, like, air. See, I'm not an instrument guy. I was never in band, so do not come for me. The air production, no, because that was never a category. It was in the flute category. So yeah. And then another time, and then this was also in elementary school, which kind of wanted me to do this. It's a small world. It's definitely a small world when I tell you this. My friend that I met in high school, who actually ended up going to the same elementary school as me, was in the Wizard of Oz production that they did in my elementary school. So it definitely made me, like, ever since I saw that, want to be on stage, like, want to do theater. So here came high school, because in elementary school it was either theater club or SECME, and I was kind of forced into doing SECME. So, it's an abbreviation for science, engineering, construction, mathematics, and education. So yeah, I was always into the math and science, but I also always had that creative side. I mean, we did have a classmate in both of them, but they always were around the same time, so I never really, wanted to do that. It wasn't until high school I truly, did stuff like that with the extracurriculars. Like, there were times that I would go to SECME, which was Thursdays. I would go to Science Honor Society, which was Thursdays. And then also FFEA, which is for the Future Educators of America, which I really did it because I had friends in it. Art club was also that day, so I there were times that I did help out with art club. So yeah, that was mainly for extra community service hours for National Honor Society and Science Honor Society. So yeah. Was I ever on stage in middle school? I don't think I was ever on stage in middle school. Besides when there was a time that I actually did go on stage in middle school. I went on stage because my name was called during a Valentine's Day dance, which I think that was actually when my girlfriend broke up with me. Well, my one and only ever girlfriend. Don't get me wrong, I will probably have another girlfriend at one point. Because I did just recently come out as pan. Which we would get into on another episode. I do plan on having a guest for that episode. Like a coming out part 2. So, yeah. There were many times that I was on stage for small things, not productions in middle school. It just wasn't that specific of a reason that I had to go on stage. There was times I detention never really was on stage. We were only in like a separate classroom. Like lunch detention. It wasn't like something serious like, oh, I left my ID at home type of thing. So lunch detention, which was really stupid. Like nowadays, if there's a kid that works at my mom's school that's tried to choke himself with his lanyard so he can't have a fucking ID. Excuse my French. An ID. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break and be right back. So I'm back and I'm gonna go ahead and continue with my stories. So being on stage, trying to think of when I was on stage for middle school. Because we didn't have productions. Yeah, there was drama club, but that like I did it to pretty much be like on stage thinking, oh, they'll put on plays and whatnot. Like maybe they'll put on plays. No, it never happened. Like, come on. What the hell? Why have a drama club without any drama? Like, why have a stage if you're not gonna put on any productions? Like, yeah, there was productions, like, band and everything, but there was never any, like, theater productions, which is stupid, I know. Like, I'm sure that they could have found the money to really build and all of that stuff and everything. But no. I mean, they did cut out all of the field trips at my elementary school, so that was stupid. That was stupid. Like, come on, guys, bring them back. I mean, I'm gone from middle school and high school and school for now. I'm taking a break off for this semester because the college I go to does not have my class that I need next during the summer. Like I need Chem 2 or Chem 2 lab, but they don't have it during the summer, which is completely understandable. Like whatever. But I mean, next semester during the fall, I will have to take the bus again, which means more money taken out. But whatever. I'll just do the math and take out everything all at once. Like, maybe try to plan a day where I have both Chem 2 and Chem 2 lab, which would be great. Because then I could have, like, I'd still be go back to working 3 days a week, but I would have more time to myself as well. Like, we have the edit, like, yeah, both of these classes are hopefully going to be in person. I don't know. I know that the main class that has to be in person is Chem 2 Lab. So, yeah. I know that I might try auditioning for a musical. I know it's going to be a lot of work and everything. I don't know. I'd have to not have a job, like, and not work during the weekends, but that during the week is when I usually get a lot of my stuff done. And I really don't want to be, like, I don't drive, so, like, trying to audition for a play there, really isn't, like, ideal, especially when I don't drive. So if they do end up, like, I'm sure somebody would drive me home. It's just that, like, I feel bad for making people, like, do stuff for me. Like, that kind of stuff, like, driving me home or, like, it it's not that big of a deal. Like, unless you're like I already know you, type of thing, or I know you live like near me, then it's not that big of a deal because it's gonna be on your way home. But other than that, not that like it just is weird. Like yeah, if you live near me, then that's a different story. Like yeah, I still kind of feel bad, but it's a different story if you live near me. Like I live 30 to 45 minutes away from the school, so depending on what campus. Um, but I was definitely on stage in high school. I'm my first production would have been The Weight of Words in high school, which was sophomore year. Actually, what did we do in freshman year? We did like little tiny spigots of stuff, not like in front of people, but like just practicing. Like we practically were always on stage, in theater, so it's not something new to me. Um, don't get me wrong. Like if I was to look out and see people, I would get nervous, but it wasn't like I was used to being on stage. Like I'm a Leo. We love attention. We love being the center of attention. So, like, yes, I know that's not an excuse, but like once I got into the groove of everything, like push myself, like do this, do that, like go. Um, the nerves definitely did leave. So yeah. Um, I do remember my sophomore year. I was in like three productions. Two of them were almost at the same time. The teacher, if he's watching this, then he knows who I'm talking about. Um, he almost gave me two lead roles. I mean, the main one was obvious for me to have because yeah, it was the production in class, which it was a gay character. It was Weight of Words. If you guys don't know what that is, it was a play about bullying, and my character, the gay character, kind of, I guess, the main character, because like yeah, the other main character was already like in a way depressed, but at that time, like my character and her character were already friends, so I kind of feel like with my character's death, like he was bullied to death, like he was pushed into a curb and head split open, bled out. Um, he, I feel like with his death, it kind of pushed into her death. Like it, she overdosed on medication with her character. Let alone I did know the other actor since elementary school, so yeah. Um, but it definitely was a fun play, I would say. Fun play, I would say. Sorry. Um, yes, I definitely have grown in the vocal range since then. Like I've been doing karaoke, singing definitely. I've definitely unlocked, like not unlocked, but found like that it's a lot easier for me to hit certain ranges than it was like I just had discovered my head voice in high school. Like, had I been in chorus or anything, I would have discovered it back in elementary school. Like, come on. But I didn't. I was never allowed to because my mom didn't want to be late, like stay there late, or have to pick me up late, like she did with Suck Me. She was the same way in high school. She didn't really like the fact that I was practicing until like 8 o'clock at night, which that was like the last couple weeks. Like we were locking everything down the last couple weeks. Like you can't. This was another musical that I was in. You can't rush perfection. But we're gonna go ahead and take another break and be right back. I have to eat. My stomach's rumbling. Okay, and now that I'm back, I didn't eat. My stomach still's empty. Unfortunately. But we've got some more of the times that I've been on stage. So yeah. So yeah, where I left off was the other play. We did also do a production for kids, so that was fun, and it's kind of funny because I'm wearing a tie-dye. Because a lot of like with the production for the kids, we had elementary schools come in from around the area and to watch this production that we did for the kids. It was definitely a fun one. Like I saw live the teachers I had in elementary school because the school that I went to also came out. And oh my god, my skin is glowing. I did just get some products that I really can't talk about yet. No, I'm not coming out with a skincare line. I wish. But the first line that I'm bringing in is a makeup line. It's gonna take some time. I will say that. Like, I know what I did wrong, but it's gonna take some time for me to actually have time to do this. Because I was doing it before the book, before this podcast. So I definitely have a lot on my plate. Like I have this YouTube channel. I have this podcast. I have the book that I still have to work on this week. And work. I don't have time on Thursday because I'm going to work with my mom, waking up at 5, getting home at 3:30. I mean, I do technically have time. I just need to unwind before really going into this book. I could technically work on it today when I get home from going out for a walk at 3 o'clock. Right now it's 11:51, so we still are good on time. But that's another reason why I wouldn't be able to audition for like a show at the college that I go to because, like, again, this podcast, my YouTube channel, I am constantly investing time into these different projects. Like, I have to start on the first couple chapters of the book this week. Next week, next chapters. Which will be probably Thursday that I work on it because I am putting a deadline on myself. I have to have it done by the end of this year, and it's already May. So, January, February, March, April, May. 5 months in. Almost halfway through this year. Cannot fucking believe it. I'm almost turning 23. Oh my god. And I don't have, it's probably going to end up going into next year. There's nothing I really could do about it. I know I'm not trying to rush it. I just want to at least have some of it worked on, like, before the end of the year. Um, but I also have editing that I have to do. So technically, it will probably be today, which is Wednesday. I mean, May just started, so it's the beginning of this month. And then Friday I have off, which I'll work on it then too. But yeah, like I'm just super busy now with work. I just opened up my availability even more, so that's gonna cut time from me. Like I'll have night. I talked to the manager. Hopefully she does remember to give me night shifts. Because then I will be able to get a lot more done. Like I yes wake up at like 9, 10 o'clock, rarely ever 8, but um if I truly do have night shifts, then I will be able to work on the book more as well, ride my bike to film more videos, just like film, like I get more stuff done during the day than I do at night, especially with closing shifts. I don't want to really be out super late. Besides when I go to the cover bar, I'm like there till like 2 o'clock in the morning. But I don't really do anything besides like talk and drink kava kratom. But let's get back to the main topic. We all were required to have tie-dye shirts with the production with the kids. I was a guard and I ended up stabbing my butt. It was fake, but and then ended up limping out off stage and making a big ruckus off stage because I fell. I tripped and fell. It was my idea. The teacher slash director approved of it. Like I brought it up and approved of it. Like I helped him out with Weight of Words. This was Paper Bag Princess. By giving the names of these plays away, you already know what school I went to. But yeah. The next one, I can't believe we're almost 30 minutes in and I'm still talking about the plays. This is how you know that I'm passionate about musicals and plays and want to do one. Like the book was originally a musical in the works. Like I was writing the musical since high school, but I decided, you know what? I just had a kid send my mom a book and let me just turn it in. Like I was wanting to I've also been planning on writing a book eventually one day too, so it was perfect timing. Like let's change this into a book. Like I already have some of the play written, so I'll just change that and like add some more, like, and change it to be into a book. Like I have all of the works in my head and everything, so oh my god, I get like sidetracked with all of this stuff. All of this stuff, like all of these projects of mine, like even this podcast is like a passion project. Like I am passionate about talking, trying to help you guys out sometimes too. This is definitely gonna be obviously a longer episode, probably about an hour's worth of footage. Doesn't take me that long to edit all of the footage because all I'm doing is really splicing. I don't really edit. I just cut the ends of it, the intro of each bit, until I start talking, and then it's a different story. And then that way, like it does cut, but I also have like on the audio, I do have ads, so it's not really that confusing with the audio portion. Like the audio portion of the podcast, it's not that bit confusing. But with the YouTube, it kind of does get confusing because it's like, oh, let me go ahead and take a break. Boom, I'm back. because the editing software that I used specifically for this podcast, like it doesn't take longer for me to edit and upload. But yeah, oh my god, sidetracked again. Oh well, it's a podcast. That's kind of like the whole deal, like talking everywhere. At least I'm sticking with the topic mainly. So yeah, let's go ahead and take another break. This time I'm actually gonna cook, and I will definitely be right back with some more of the musicals or the plays that I've been in, because it's definitely an exciting topic for me. Like, I'm definitely gonna pick it up eventually one day again. And yeah, but let's go ahead. I'm gonna cook, make some pasta, some garlic bread, and be right back. Okay, so now that I've actually eaten, and Buttercup left. Buttercup left me! We can finally now talk about the last bit of when I've been on stage and pull up some sites. But yeah, so as I said previously, I was staying till like 8 o'clock at night. Was it 8 o'clock? I know it was around like 6 o'clock. That I was staying to like around the end of practice. Well, practice, yeah. I definitely was tired after getting home. I know that there were times that the family, some of the castmates' families did bring food for us, so we did end up eating at the school, which was a plus, and it was always super good food. Like, hella good food, and it was always made in batches because it was a large crowd that was eating. Yeah. Um, I do know that I definitely opened my vocal range and with that play, with the Adams family. I did now unlock my head voice. No, I'm not going to use it today because I might blow y'all's eardrums who are listening with earbuds. But yes, I definitely love my castmates. Like, I just recently saw them, two of them a couple weeks ago at the Kava Bar because there is a band night. So yeah, we caught up a little bit. I still see some of them, one of them on TikTok. I used to, or actually last year I was working with another one at Target, so and then I have to film another video after this. I definitely loved the musical. I almost got a lead role with that, but the teacher, sorry, my light was off. I completely was like, why is it so dim? But yeah, when I got up with the after the last break, I turned my light off. That way, I wasn't killing any battery. Well, any using any electricity that didn't need to be used. But yeah, I've definitely been in contact with some of the castmates still. Not all of them, but just some of them. Every now and then I might see some at work and catch up. But that's pretty much it. I've pretty much I almost, like I said, I almost got the lead role, but the teacher slash director was like, I don't want it to be too much for you. I know that you have a lot to memorize already with the other musical. He was like, I almost cast you as Gomez and yeah. Um, Definitely the guy that did get Gomez definitely was definitely a perfect choice though. I was an understudy for what's his face, the giant guy. That was kind of like a spin-off of Frankenstein. Um, what was his name? Either way, I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Um, and then one of the kid that actually kind of inspired me to do um acting in elementary school. This is where it's a small world. He was the lion in the Wizard of Oz. Um, and he ended up being like being in the Adams family as well. And when I tell you like that I found that out, it was like a whole like world reversal type of thing. Like not world reversal, but like small world realization. Because like I didn't really know, and like he lived near me, like in the same neighborhood. So the opening night, he drove me home because like we were out till like 12 o'clock. We went to Denny's and got food. I want to say I got pancakes and everything. Which, funny thing as it is, I ended up leaving my food in his car. I was tired. Okay, leave me alone. Um, I just hope that they ate it. Oh well, like I left food in my ex boyfriend's car one time when I got out. It was a solid. It was after our date to Applebee's, but whatever. Well, it wasn't his boyfriend. It was my ex boyfriend. It was his cousin's car. I know again everywhere. And so back to the play. Um, I was an ancestor and definitely stole the spotlight with that as an ancestor. So yeah, most definitely Leo shining through. I know you're not. It's whatever. But yeah, I definitely love the spotlight. How else do I describe it? I can't believe that I've been almost talking for 40 minutes about being on stage. Just like straight stories. So, yeah, this episode's definitely going to be over an hour long. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah. And then I literally still have another video to edit before 3:30. Well, not edit, but film before 3:30. And it's already almost 12:47. It's 12:43 right now. Like the heck. But yeah, with the musical, there was 4 nights that we did it. Um, this wasn't the last time I was on stage, so I still have more to talk about. Like, and there's another break where like we're already almost 10 minutes into this portion, so it's almost time for another break. Which, of course, and this is almost 40 minutes in, and I still have more to talk about. I every single time I actually did my own makeup. This is actually the reason why I got into um makeup was because I love doing it for the stage and everything. We probably won't have enough time to do an article. Um, no, we will. I'll just switch out phones. Um, Other than that, yeah, it's been pretty good. We are about to take another break right now, so it'll be a quick one. Like I said, I have another video to film before 3:30, and it's already almost 1. So, and it's painting, so sometimes painting takes me a while. Um, and I have to upload, what I usually do is I upload this footage to Google Photos, and then I delete it off of the phone. That way it doesn't take up as much space. So that's probably what I'm going to do with this footage. First is that if I end up losing out on, like, it ends up stopping, I will end up uploading it to Google Photos, and then yeah, that's just pretty much how, because like I still use the iPhone 7 Plus, my old phone, to film, and it just works out. Sometimes, yes, it does take up a lot of space, and I have the iPhone 13, which I'm not gonna film with, just because I still want to look like bougie in a way. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a break, and I'll be right back. So yeah, maybe I'll talk about the next time I was on stage. Like, I still have to talk about this musical still. And yeah, let's go ahead and take a break. So I am back from that break. It was only probably like 1 second. So, I know a lot of podcasts do it that way. Like, it's just easier for them to put ads in, like us to put ads in, especially with the Spreaker. Like, I need like just the time stamp, and then I put ads in. Especially like the longer episodes, I do put a lot more ads in, just because it's a longer episode, and I end up taking more breaks. I usually take a break every 10 minutes or so. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back into the musical, the last musical. So like, there were times that I actually did have like let people do my makeup, like around the first couple times. I let them do my makeup, just to see like the proportions, the like where the placements were. I usually did my own eyes. Like, I used face paint for my eyes up to the brows, and then down to the bone for whatever, the socket, the eye socket bone, whatever you want to call it. I usually did it down to there. Yeah, I was the ancestor, so it kind of looked like I like my eyes had to be sunken in. In a way, yes, it was blacked out, because I also did play the monster underneath the bed for one of the scenes, so I had to do that as well. More water. Make sure you guys drink your water, especially if you're on stage. Like, you have to lubricate the voice. Speaking of lubricating the voice, I had one of the castmates use like a peppermint spray, like an oral peppermint spray, like a throat spray. Um, there are times that I use lozenges just to coat the throat. That way, like, it's harder for you to strain your voice. Yes, you're not really supposed to be pushing your voice that hard, but like, it's kind of hard not to. And like, if you're singing in the showers, but like, you can't reach your highest range. But like, when I'm listening to, like, have AirPods in, yes, I paid cash for them. Got money, whatever. Don't even talk to me. I usually go like super high pitch, especially if I'm listening to like Lizzo or somebody. Halsey especially, like, duh, she has high pitch, but I could usually like hit like close or around that same area. Um, Lately I haven't been straining my voice. Like my voice hasn't felt strained at all. So I have been lucky. Haven't needed a lozenge lately. But I know with like me being on theater, I being on stage with the and during that musical, I did have to drink a lot of water just to um yes, I was straining my voice on stage, but um we were also like dancing because it was a musical, so you had to be dancing and moving around a lot. So I was kind of like sweating. I was lucky that my face paint did not wear off. I know I said it with baby powder, but whatever. It wasn't an actual powder brush, so yeah. I mean, it was probably like a blush brush size at that. Um, but yeah, I definitely like being on stage then. And then there was another time that I was on stage for a like what we called a Hercules pageant. Um, well, let's go ahead and backtrack because to back to the musical. I usually would try to match the person's range next to me. That way, it wouldn't sound off. There were times that we would try to match each other, so I'd just be like up, like whatever. Um, but it wasn't like it was pretty good. Like we all like bonded. There was a time when I was the monster that one of the castmates pushed the cart off stage, and my foot kind of got caught, and um like, and then there was another time I got into an argument with the same kid because he was like, "Oh, you're not the monster anymore." Mr. Lee or the teacher told me I'm doing it now. Like, no, Mr. Lee would have literally told me if anything, and I know exactly who it was that actually told him. And they were like, "Oh, tell him that Mr. Lee said such and such." No, bitch. No. No. You could go. You could leave. You could fucking leave. Excuse my French. But, yeah. Um, that day really pissed me off. I did go off on that cast member. And, like, yeah, we are still friends and everything. I apologized. But, like, don't lie to me when I know that you're fucking lying because the teacher would have literally came up to me and told me. Like, come on. It's not that hard. Come on. It's not that hard to know where to like when to lie, that type of stuff, because it's not cool. That was literally my part that I gave myself with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee would have never given it to anybody else. I'm the one that donated the prop specifically so that I could do it. Like, no, you're not going on stage as my part. Like, we could take this outside. Like, come on. I'll win. Like, there's nothing that you could do to stop me. I'll win. Like, I could literally have gone to Mr. Lee and been like, hey. He would have said no because he literally would have been like, hey, so I'm having so-and-so do it now. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if you're going to go and lie to me and be like, oh, yeah, Mr. Lee said this. No, he didn't. So quit your lying. Easy as that. Like, you want to take it outside? Let's take it outside. I already said I'd win. Like, I know how to throw fists. Like, come on. It ain't that hard. Wow. It's really been almost like, what, 50 minutes now? Like, or over 50 minutes? I don't know. But, yeah. There was a lot of drama during that musical. I ended up getting sick for like about a week, so I had to miss out on a week of practicing, or rehearsing is what it's called, not practicing, rehearsing. So I missed out on a couple of the dances, which was perfectly fine. Like, I didn't need to know all of them. I wasn't in every scene, like I was with The Weight of Words, which after my character died in like the first couple of scenes, I ended up going back as a townsperson, so I changed my clothes with the in The Weight of Words, so that way it would kind of seem like I was a different character. But with the Addams Family, I was just in one single outfit. I didn't really need to be in every single scene, especially with my character, the ancestor that I was. He was in specific scenes. Like, I was the conquistador. So, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and be right back again. We still have more to talk. Like, I literally have more to talk about. Like, what the heck? I cannot believe that I literally have more to talk about. Yeah. Like, literally probably over 50 minutes. Like, probably about 52 minutes now. We're still talking. Speaking of... Sorry. My nose is getting stuffy. I'm sitting down on my dog's bed. That's neither here nor there. I just didn't feel like setting everything up. I mean, I did set some stuff up, like the stools were already here. But whatever. I don't know. What if that was like a song? Like if every time that somebody said that would be annoying. Stop it. So the people that I did just recently see at the band performances at the Kava Bar, they watched this too. So shout out to you guys. You guys know who I'm talking about. Again, I just said it. Oh my god. If I had a shot for every time I said that, I'd be drunk. Because that was probably about 10 times throughout this whole episode. No, just like recently, after the last break. Oh my god. Oh, funny. But this will let them know that I'm talking about them. They're in Gainesville. Shout out to Amber and Jacob. That'd be another shot. Y'all would be drunk by now with the amount of times that I've said that. I promise you. At least some of you guys. I don't know how much y'all can handle. I know that I can handle a lot. But not 10 shots. Well, it depends on what it is. It really does depend on what it is. Because, like, if it's Tito's, well, vodka, I could handle a lot. Like, I've almost drank a whole entire small bottle of Tito's by myself. Plus the backwood. So, I mean, it does raise the tolerance. But, does it? I know that vaping does, but I don't know. But I can't believe that we've almost been to an hour. Oh my god. Take another shot, guys. So, back to the times that I've been on stage. Yeah, that was just a messy, like, drama But the thing that sucked about me being gone for that week, it was that it was closer to the time that we had to go like actually show the musical. Like, yeah, I was a minor character, but at the same time, I was the first opener, the first one to go out of the gates uh, as the ancestor. So I was the one that started the whole line out at that time. And if I was gone, that would set the whole, like, timing off. I guess you could say. It would set the timing off and everything. Oh my god, take another shot. I'm just gonna say that after every time I say that. Um, take another shot. So, yeah, I pretty much was the lead ancestor, the leader ancestor out of the gate, and I kind of liked it, I guess you could say, because again, me being a Leo, I do love the attention. But we shall get to the next part because I've been talking about the Addams Family. I mean, I loved the Addams Family, so I could go on and on and on about it, and like I even made a YouTube video of me recreating my ancestral look. So yeah, I definitely miss some of my castmates. They were pretty chill people, and we bonded over a lot of it. Like, literally, when I got back from being sick, like, that following week, I definitely, like, a lot of them said that they missed me. Like, I get it. I am a very outspoken person, and I do get along with a lot of people. It's just my aura and my attitude that I put on. I mean, I don't put it on. It's my natural persona that I really don't try. It just happens. Like, I just draw people in. There are times that I just shut everything off and don't want to be talked to, but most of the times I love the attention. So yeah, I mean, if I'm down and everything, then I don't really like the attention. But that's neither here nor there. And I can't believe that we're already almost to an hour and I haven't talked about the last bit. Oh. And I know that one of the castmates is actually, I think she's still in Orlando. I haven't been on Facebook to see or really checked her Instagram, really, because it's on my private Instagram. Do not try looking for it. Don't. Just don't. Some of you guys might have it, some of you guys might. Especially if you're listening to this and you've known me since I was in high school, then you guys have my private Instagram. Take another shot. Or shell, if you guys are at the kava bar. You might be knocked out if you're at the kava bar and been taking shells every time I say that. Oh my god, take another shell. So, if she's still in Orlando, then she's still in Disney. She might be in Cali working with Disney. She usually, I know that she was doing the characters, like dressing up as the characters. She was working up to being on stage. I think that like a couple years ago before COVID hit, that she did finally get that job position. So I am happy for her. I miss her. She was pretty chill. The after show party was kind of a drag for me because that was kind of like the first party I didn't know how to act like that I've ever been to. I've definitely gotten better with all of that stuff. Would I really do anything like nowadays? Like, I'd probably do like party drugs, not hard drugs, probably like weed. Maybe try some shrooms. Definitely would be drinking alcohol. I mean, I don't drink a lot. I just drink on special occasions, but that'd definitely be a special occasion. But since we were in high school, there wasn't really anything that we could do. We had the cake. We had. I wasn't really able to do the not truth or dare, but whatever you want to call it. I forget what the game was called, but I definitely still had fun, especially the night of Denny's. Like, that was fun. Amber and Jacob, you already know what I'm talking about. Like, I brought it back up at the band show. Take another show. So yeah, that was fun. The other nights we just went, pretty much went home and took the makeup off. The opening night, my family did come out to see me, so that was pretty cool. They drove me home. The Saturday night, my brother had to drive me to the school because my parents were out shopping, getting groceries and everything. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up about the Addams Family musical. And we are taking another break. Like, wow. I've literally been talking about plays and everything and being on stage this whole entire time for an hour's worth of audio and video footage. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be back with the last time that I was on stage, which is also high school. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there were times I did speeches in front of people, but that was never really on stage, so I won't really get into that. So yeah, BRB. So I'm back with the final time that I've been on stage. Not full of drama, just full of awkwardness. Maybe a little drama because of me. Because I brought the drama. I brought the heat. Spin bars, are you? Like, damn. Oh my god. Y'all have to take 3 more shows because I never said it the last 3 times. Even with the last break. Still keeping count. Y'all are definitely out of it by now. I'm not listening anymore. I see you. I got you. Yeah. No clue. Oh my god. Another show. So the last time that I was on stage would have been what my school called the Hercules pageant, which is where the guys dress up as girls and go on stage. Everyone wore a dress. I did my own makeup, so it took me about an hour to do my makeup. I shared a foundation. It was when Maybelline came out with the matte foundation. The last one, not the 30-hour one, but the 24-hour one. And oh my god, that shit be matte. That was matte. I brought bronzer. I would have blocked out my brows, but I never had time. Like, I literally was the first one that was going on stage, so yeah. I did my nails the night before. They were just plastic nails, and I just glued them on. A lot of them fell out throughout the day. Fell off throughout the day, but I just glued them back on for the night. Probably should have held them down more. I probably wouldn't use press on nails again like that. Like, they were cheap. Like I ordered them cheaply. I had heels from Goodwill. Definitely not my size. But there were ones that I had probably seen like months ago, and it was like, oh my god, I want them. Like they're perfect. They're perfect. The same way like, when I saw the dress, it was like mine. Gotta take it. Like it was the like right before prom, so the prom thing with National Honor Society was still going on, and I saw the dress. Evidently, I'd been there for like the past 5 years. So yeah, I was like, when I saw it, mine. I still have it till this day. Same thing with the mini skirt that I got from Goodwill, which is so cute. I think I need to do a photo shoot with it, or even a podcast with them. Um, I still have the heels that I wore that night, just like remembrance. I also have a David's bridal dress that like bridesmaid's dress that I didn't wear, but I definitely could have worn that for like the wedding podcast, but I didn't. I mean, I could always have another guest on and do like a wedding part 2 episode, which honestly is what I plan on doing with a lot of these episodes, just because it's super easy and I don't have to try changing the title or talking about a new topic. It's just easy because like I could have a guest on and we could talk about the same thing, but in a different format type of thing. It But yeah, I wore a long pink sparkly prom dress that probably cost the original owner about 500 because it was from a company that hand sews all of their stuff. Like it cinched at the waist and everything. Fit me perfectly. But now my butt is so big that when I try putting it on, I have to literally struggle. Like I was struggling then too, but not as much as I do now. Like, oh my god. Like, whoever owned the dress had a small butt. Or maybe they had the same size butt as me. Who knows? All I know is that they were slightly thicker on the sides than me. Um, Definitely had boobs. Like, that was an obvious thing. But I strutted the runway when I went on stage. I danced in heels. Like the only thing that I changed was the miniskirt. I changed into the miniskirt when we had to do the dance. And yeah, the guy that won, like it was supposed to be like a drag show. The guy that won sang. Should have been disqualified. Like that's not part of a drag show. No, like RuPaul's Drag Race, they don't sing on stage. Not like that. Freaking football player now, theater kid. God, I should have won. I literally said that during, like, at the end. What about me? I should have won. My name was Ambrosia Gag Me. Gag Me was a throw off from my mom's maiden name, which, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Other than that, see what I did? Other than that, like I said, I did my own makeup. At one point, when I was getting ready, like, I was the first one on stage, so I still had to rush to get ready. So, at one point, one of them was like, hey, can you quickly do this person's eyeshadow? I was like, no, I literally have no time to even get ready for myself. At the end, I almost went out of the theater shirtless, which probably would have got me expelled. Who knows? Breathe a nipple, right? Yeah. But yeah, can't believe that we're almost an hour and 10 minutes in and I'm still talking. Like, I still have to pull up how to get over the anxiety stuff. Actually, I really don't. I really don't. Because I could have this whole episode to myself and y'all will listen. Some of you. Not all. But I know that like the people that I've talked to like really listen to the stories, so this is a good story because I've been on stage multiple times since elementary school. I definitely did still have fun with the Hercules pageant. So sad I didn't win. Who cares? All of them were frauds anyways because they weren't real drag queens. At one point at the end I did have trouble taking the dress off. Like, no, I didn't swell. It's just that like my arms didn't reach that far. But it was so weird. Like, maybe I swelled, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows. But my friend was definitely pretty chill about it. Like, it's not like she was undressing me or anything. I was just needed the button undone. And yeah. So that is that. And we're going to go ahead and just do the outro. Is there anything else I'm going to bring up? No. Maybe let's go ahead and take a break before we do the outro. Because, yeah, money. I mean, it's not about the money. It's about the fact, like, it's just weird when I edit, seeing like a 14-minute at the end, and then, yeah. So let's go ahead and take a break and be right back with the outro. I definitely have to clean my ear. It's being itchy. So, yeah. But yeah, I'll definitely be back with the outro for you guys. Can't wait. Okay, so I am back. This is going to be the outro. This has been the longest episode that I've ever, like, really done. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yeah, if you guys are wanting to put your guys' stories into the podcast, just send it to 561-320-7085. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. And if you guys are watching this on YouTube, just comment down below your guys' stories if you're brave enough, or you can send a story in to the Instagram at First Chances with Chance. I love you guys. Love you guys. Bye.